big ears, so I gotta adjust this a little bit.
Bro, I love keeping the intro like when we're getting prepared.
Mm.
If you haven't noticed, like I keep it in
Yeah,
because it's always like us just
it's kind of just genuine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you just said something about big ears, and I thought it was funny.
Oh yeah. Look, look at them. Pretty big. They're a little
We're
big.
zooming in on those.
It's not even like that. It's actually big. They just kind of stick out.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to That's the Way It Goes podcast. I am back with Mr. Michelangelo. Not allowed to say Mikey or Mike.
Nope. Hate that.
That's what I was told.
Hate that.
A lot of new followers on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all that stuff. And I think you guys are amazing for it. And that's all I wanted to say about that. Anyways, you showed up here and you said you had more casino stuff to talk about. So what happened at work?
So this was yesterday. I don't know exactly how much I'm allowed to say.
Oh, God.
But yeah, so it was like I start my shift at 5.
Mm-hmm.
The first hour I was in the parking garage, and there's metal detectors everyone's got to walk through. I had to tell like 50 people to go through the metal detectors. Like they would look at it and then just go around.
Wait, so there's a way around them?
Yeah,
Stupid.
for the people that are walking out.
Who's in charge and fire them? Oh, never mind. Hang on. Yeah, I forgot. Moving on.
But it's my job to enforce it, right? So I'm having to yell at people all my first hour. So I'm like I was in a good mood, and then I'm like, man, now I gotta put up with this. And I knew it was gonna be busy.
Yeah,
it's a Friday, and it's Labor Day weekend.
I was just gonna ask why you.
Yeah, so the next hour was pretty chill, and then the next hour was pretty chill. I mean, we're still busy, but it was nothing going on. And then right around 8 o'clock, we get a call for domestic violence in the parking garage on the 3rd level. I leave where I'm at and I sprint halfway across the casino into the parking garage, run up 3 flights of stairs. And
this is like a big deal. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
no, like
obviously it's a big deal.
When they call on the radio, every officer drops what they're doing and sprints.
Okay.
So I sprint up there. By the time I get there, everyone else was like getting there too, and it had already gotten broken up. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I stick around and just wait for them to tell me that I'm good to go. So I head out back to where I was supposed to be at, which is the security desk. So like helping out with lost and found and stuff. And as soon as I get there, another one happens.
Separate
one on the second level.
Just beating each other left and right in this parking
lot. Yeah, on the second
lot.
level.
Is this pretty normal? Is it like a?
I mean, it happens, but we don't usually get them back to back.
Mm.
And so I sprint back over there, and I show up in we have our own police department. So they were already there. One of them was already there, but his car was blocking traffic. Like, cause it kind of like if you're coming into the parking garage, it's like a
not
U-turn.
The cop, not the police.
No, the cops.
Oh, he was blocking traffic.
Yeah, because he had to pull up quick, and he like where you come in, it's a U-turn, and his car was right there, so there was only room for one car instead of two. So I was like, I saw that he had the situation handled, and so I was like just guiding traffic for like 30 minutes.
So
and then they told me I'm good.
So after the fact, do you guys ever talk about like what happened? Like, do you guys know what happened?
We usually don't find out till the next day because that's when the reports are all done, and that's when it's available for all of us to read.
So is it usually like you guys are like first responding kind of?
Yeah.
But like you guys don't really do anything.
Yeah, we're not really allowed to like fight anybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't just jump in.
No, we're allowed to defend ourselves, but it's not like in the Marine Corps use of force, kind of that whole thing.
Oh yeah.
But you're never allowed to like attack.
You're not allowed to shoot.
Yeah, unless
shoot, but you can't get to the third one.
Yeah.
Got it.
But so it's like only the supervisors and our training officers have tasers and pepper gel. So all I have is a flashlight.
So, I mean, those things, they make them.
Oh, I made sure I got a hefty one. Has some little ridges on the end of it.
Yeah. I'm just saying, a flashlight big enough.
Yeah.
Do some damage.
No, for sure.
What were these guys like? Was it a couple?
They were both couples.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So it wasn't just like a street fight, like two dudes. Like,
no.
Oh, okay.
And then,
Jesus.
In another 30 minutes later, we get another call
to
the parking garage, and it's the same couple as the first time.
They didn't have enough.
Yeah, I guess not.
They were like round 2. Let's
Yeah.
go. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So I went out there and I was just with my manager, my supervisor, and one of the police department. And
So you guys so it sounds like you guys learned from the first interaction where it's like you guys like brought the cavalry the first time, and then
Yeah.
the second time that this same couple did it, you were just like, they ain't serious.
Yeah.
Like, ain't nobody bleeding.
yeah, and they had their kid with them too.
Oh.
So yeah, but we went up there that time and nothing. Like they were like grabbing the stuff out of their car because they were going to stay in the hotel.
Yeah.
And we heard that, I guess a guest heard them arguing and reported it.
So
and
was it like full on fist fighting, or
the first time I'm not sure because like
Oh.
when I got there, like they were already like getting broken up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like I was just wondering, is it like just a screaming match? First of all, don't fucking do that in front of your
Yeah,
kids.
like
Stop. Stupid.
first in front of your kids, like that's messed up as it is. And then second, like just in public, like control yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess some people don't have that control, but
I can't think of anything that would like, well, I could think of some things, but it's like the extremes that would
Yeah.
like put me in a
Put me over
position
the
where,
edge,
yeah,
yeah.
where it's like, I got to start wailing on her right here in front of everybody. I would never do that.
no.
But I just, it's crazy to me that people do that stuff in public. I don't know. It's like,
Yeah.
it is, I guess that's the way it goes, right?
Yeah.
Another that's the way it goes moment for some people. I mean, it sounds like they just kept happening back to back. Labor Day is going crazy.
That 1 hour I was sprinting back and forth.
Yeah, and that's got, I mean, you're going up flights of stairs. Like
Mhm.
you're training for marathons at this
Yeah.
point. The employees are,
And by the way, my boots are like a full size too big. Because I'm too cheap to go get some other ones.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Cheap ass motherfucker. No, I'm just kidding.
Mhm.
That's how it goes.
Gotta save money to make money.
Yeah. Well, some people would say you got to spend money to make money, but I don't know.
Sometimes you gotta do both.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, word association go pineapple.
Pizza.
Hate
I only
that answer. Okay,
I only
3,
brought it up
2,
'cause the last
1,
time.
chimney.
Santa.
You're not going fast enough. You do one on me. You just say 3, 2, 1. You just spit out a word. Go.
3, 2, 1. Coconut.
Ah.
See, it's
It's
not that
hard.
easy. It's not that
It's
easy.
hard. Okay, do another one. Wait, do another one. I wasn't ready.
Spider-Man.
Okay, we're gonna move on from that because we are bad at it, but we're gonna try it again later. We'll do it. We'll do it later on in the episode. Holy fuck, that was terrible. I have some stuff I want to talk to you about.
No.
How do you? All right. Well, that's the end of the episode,
Yep,
everybody.
bye.
The spice. There's a spice that we use here
Oh, okay.
in this country. Well, in all countries use
Tell me
it.
when you said spice, I thought of Dune.
Dune.
Yeah, the movie.
Well, I've never seen it.
No,
No, I heard
Oh,
the
you-
books are pretty good.
I never read the books, but from what I heard, like Dune is like kind of what started the inspiration of Star Wars and Star Trek and all that kind of stuff.
That's
why I watched it.
How true can that be? Are those Dune books really that old? Because that was back in the day.
I think so.
Because I've seen them now. Like I'll go to the bookstores and obviously they're showcased everywhere now because the
Yeah.
movie's out and
Yeah.
everything. And everyone was saying it's like that's supposed to replace like Harry Potter. It's supposed to be like the next
Yeah.
big series. or
Yeah, that's what
something
I've
like
heard too. Like how big Twilight was, Harry Potter was, like it's supposed to be the next big thing.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, Twilight is it's like
Yeah,
in
no,
one
it
of those
sucked.
weird
No,
categories.
it sucked.
Yeah. Well, I will say this. I read.
At the time it looked okay, but if you go back and look at it, like, dude, it's so cheesy.
I will say the movies were bad.
Yeah.
Well, and I only saw like the first 2, and I was like, I'm over this. But the books, I read the books like 3 times over before the movies ever came out.
Mhm.
All the books, and I thought that they were good.
I never read the books. I just saw the movie.
It's always like that, right? Like the books are better than the movies.
Yeah.
There's a spice going back to what we were talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
We call it oregano.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard it pronounced any other way?
I mean, that's how I pronounce it.
Right.
I feel like I maybe have heard a different pronunciation.
If you could guess the way other people pronounce it, what would you say?
Oregano.
Oregano. Correct. Wow. Very good. Apparently, and I don't know how true this is. I don't fuck. We're if you come to this show for information, you're wrong.
Yeah,
Do something different.
This is just opinions and us like thinking about stuff.
Apparently, America is the only or I guess certain groups, certain places in America are the only people that pronounce it oregano.
I believe that.
But
Yeah.
the actual pronunciation is oregano.
Really?
That's how.
Honestly, I believe that because we pronounce a lot of things.
The only reason I
Differently.
knew that, or the only reason I figured that out, is because I was watching a video, and it was one of those like cook with me videos. And this guy was like, a few sprinkles of oregano, and then of course the comments were like roasting this guy. We're like, you stupid fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And it's like everyone, like there was some, not everyone, but there, like the majority of the comments were defending this guy. We're like,
that's the right way to say it.
Yeah. Like Americans are the wrong ones here.
Yeah.
Or the certain, And so I was like, I don't know. I saw that and I was just like, how much more wrong could we be?
Yeah.
When it comes to, because apparently we pronounce like 90% of the English language incorrect.
Yeah. I think it's because of our American accent.
Like you saw that Matt Rife video with the aluminum.
Oh yeah, aluminium.
Yeah. And he was roasting that girl. And then it turned out he was wrong.
Yeah.
And now he just has to stand up there and
right.
So yeah, I just wanted to run that fact by you that we've been pronouncing it wrong. And I think that
I'm still gonna pronounce it wrong.
See, I think now I have to be the catalyst to this.
So I was the same way with Porsche. Everyone says Porsche here in the States.
I always knew it was Porsche. Well, I had a feeling.
Yeah, so the founder, his name is Ferdinand Porsche.
Ferdinand.
He's German, all right?
Okay, all right. But still, Ferdinand.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Like Ferdinand the goat.
Okay, Ferdinand.
Hey, they make the best cars though, Porsche.
I've never been in one.
Me neither.
I don't
but I know
so.
they make the best.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been in one. But the only reason I know Porsche is because of Friends. Yeah. There was like an episode where Joey was like pretending to own a Porsche.
Oh, okay.
And everyone was like, "Oh, nice Porsche," and he's like, "Porsche," like he would like accentuate it or whatever. But yeah, I one of these days we'll have to sit down and do like things that we pronounce wrong, or things that we pronounce differently. So I think like now, whenever I think I'm literally gonna go buy some oregano. That's it. I'm running with it. You can hate me all you want. I'm gonna pronounce it oregano. I'm gonna go buy some and put it like, I don't know, right there on the countertop. So
if I ever have to text you for anything, I'm gonna spell out oregano.
That's how I have it written down right here. It's like I literally have it spelled out.
Did you actually see the thing about paper straws?
No, but there is so much going on. What about it? Like,
so apparently they produce more forever chemicals into your drink.
Forever chemicals being like, that's an interesting way of putting that. Like stuff that stays around forever.
Yeah, and it like is known to cause cancer.
In the drink.
Like
because it's
like
paper. It's
and
deteriorating
it'll
into your And what's interesting about that is if you think about it, that same paper is the paper that is potentially getting put into rivers and oceans. And so it's like we accomplished nothing.
We actually took a step backwards, it almost feels like.
Yeah, I saw this thing where it was like no more paper straws wrapped in no more plastic straws wrapped in paper. Now we have paper straws wrapped in plastic. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, amazing.
That's why I'm like, I just ordered a metal straw and I'm just gonna carry it everywhere. Like,
you know what though? I won't lie. Metal straws are superior because like, you know how sometimes you get like a shake and like a bit gets stuck at the bottom of the straw and then like you suck the straw. Pause. You suck the straw and the straw just collapses and then nothing's getting in or out. And then you have to sit there and blow the straw.
Sometimes it'll...
Jesus.
Sometimes the plastic will tear or something.
Yeah, yeah. And right. And so now you ain't got no straw and you're just chugging it the old school way, I guess. Yep. Yeah. I don't know. Paper straw. It's disgusting. Honestly, like the biggest problem I have with it is that it's disgusting. I saw this thing. I want to run it by you. And you and I were this is going to be a little bit of a role-playing thing, right? You, me, we're smashing, right?
What?
Hang on. Hang on. Let me back it up. You, me, let's just imagine, right? You, me, married 10 years, been doing things we're in love, right?
All right.
Okay. Why do you seem against it?
Okay,
You wouldn't fall in love with me.
No.
Why? Hang on, we'll cover
Not
this
like
in a
that.
minute. Hang on, we'll cover this in a minute. There's this guy on TikTok. He's been, I called him the ick note taker. I don't know if you saw his video.
Is it the one where like a female will be like, I
My
hate when
ick
guys
is-
do this,
and
and
then
then he
he'll-
like just goes to his notes and scrolls down and then just adds it?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
So what we're
Yeah.
going to do here,
Mhm.
we're going to cover our icks. Okay?
Okay.
So you, me, been smashing 10 years. I'm going to keep saying it like that just because I love the look in your eye. When
All
Dispute it then. What do you think would be some of the icks that you would write down?
I don't know. I kind of got to think
Feel
about it.
free
like,
to just I
Well-
guess I'll put a condom in my heart for you so it doesn't hurt my feelings.
well, like list one so that way I can like start thinking. of
So, okay, I'll name one of my icks for you.
Okay.
The tobacco thing.
Hey, I quit that.
Yeah, but you still got a little.
And
Look, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings.
No,
I'm just
no, I
saying
know,
this
I know.
is something. If I was in a relationship with you,
yeah.
it wouldn't fly.
So it's funny because like even when I was doing that, like if my partner would have done that, I would have been like, no. Which is hypocritical for me, but like at the same time,
Get him.
like but like at the same time, like I didn't like that I was doing it.
Yeah.
So and I was trying so hard to quit too. And so for me, like if they were doing that too, I'd be like, no.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I guess another thing would be like excessive drinking.
So that'd be an ick.
Yeah. So
Okay.
like for me, like I have no problem with drinking, like none at all. But like as soon as it starts to become a problem,
So
that's
like,
when it's like
when you say problem, like they have to like
every night you come home, you have to have a drink,
oh
and like
yeah,
you
yeah.
have to get drunk.
Well, you see, having a drink and getting drunk.
Yeah.
Two
if you're
things.
just like, oh, I had a long day at work, and
Yeah.
have a glass of wine, whatever, that's fine.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, why
Yeah.
not? Yeah. But
Two, that's fine. But as soon as you start getting to the point where I have to babysit you every
Okay.
night, no,
so I'm not allowed to be an alcoholic.
nope.
Shouldn't. Okay. Yeah, I shouldn't do that anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see, another ick that I would have for you. I think you could grow out your hair. I think your hair could be longer.
I actually need a haircut.
No, see?
Bro,
That'd
I
be
still
an ick of
get
mine.
I still get Marine Corps cuts. bro.
Short, yeah, I know. Short hair for me is not, it's not, I don't know. It's not.
Yeah,
a
I
thing.
just let it
Well,
grow out for a month and then get a haircut.
Yeah.
And then
That's all right. I'm just,
yeah.
it wouldn't fly with me. I should have written some icks down because now I feel like I'm just disassembling you.
Yeah. Damn.
You can't think of
Um,
anything. Anything you're just trying not to hurt my feelings. What a nice guy.
No, it's like, is it like something about you that would be an ick for me, or like just in general?
Yeah. Let's say we've lived together for like 10 years. And
Yeah.
it's like the way I put the dishes away is just not okay. Or the way that I scrub a cup or the way that I sweep. You've seen some of that ick list that guy made.
Yeah, I mean, just like a couple here and there, but
Or I guess like some that you wouldn't tolerate for anybody.
yeah, I don't know. Like,
It's hard. It's hard to
the
think
stuff
of.
that I'm thinking of is like kind of like basic. Like, of
It's hard
course,
because it's things that you probably do yourself.
it probably is.
Yeah. So it's
probably.
like it feels like hypocrisy.
yeah,
Because it's like I just said something about tobacco for you, but
Mhm.
like at one point I used to do it.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Actually, I just thought of one:
oh shit.
leaving the lights on.
Oh, I'm very big at doing that. I do
I
that.
hate that. Not because oh, energy conservation or anything. I mean, we should a little bit, but
Sure.
at the same time, like if I come downstairs and all the lights are on and the sun's out and like all the windows are open, like why are the lights on?
Well, now, okay. Oh, so if there's sunlight,
Yeah.
okay. I was gonna say it sounds like you enjoy being in complete darkness, and that.
Well, in my room it's usually pretty dark, but like I'll turn the light on if I need light. But,
Okay. Yeah, because I do like the traditional Hispanic thing where you leave like the stove light on above the top. Like that light
okay.
is there's a light in here that I don't think I've turned off in 2 years. Yeah. So I'm very big at leaving the lights on. I think it's like it's a paranoia thing for me. It's like,
Afraid of ghosts or what?
well, maybe. No, that's not what I meant.
You ever seen that clip of that dude? He goes into the cemetery and he's like, "Hey demons, it's me, ya boy."
I watched those guys. You're talking about Shane.
Yeah.
Shane Madej
Yeah.
on Watcher Entertainment. Those guys, that is Ghost Files is so amazing. And I think that was from their like BuzzFeed when they were doing the other series. But yeah, shout out to them, dude. They're so funny. Yeah, I was I don't think I made a list of icks because it was like,
Want it to be more in the moment.
yeah, I just wanted to like look at you and it's like, I wonder if I have any like immediate ones. Sounds like you're just okay with anything. It's like, just bend me over and take me to Pound Town. Is that?
No, I don't know. I try to be accepting of people, but like there is like a certain niche that I'm just like, no. Like so for example, like a lot of coworkers, they'll try and invite me out to go like clubbing with them and all that stuff. Like they just asked me if I wanted to go to Vegas, and like there's this like foam pool rooftop party, and I'm like they're like, oh yeah, there's gonna be tons of girls there and all this stuff, and I'm like, no, dude, like that doesn't, like that lifestyle just like is an ick, I guess.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like there's there's times where it's, I don't really surround myself with people like that, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I've actually had a friend tell me, he's like, yeah, I would have invited you out, but like I knew we were going to be drinking until like 3 a.m. and we were going to be in the pool and there's going to be girls there. And like, I know you're married and you're chilling.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm glad he respected that.
Yeah.
Like, that's the type of friends I keep
like,
around.
So like my core group of friends, we don't really do all that stuff. I mean, we'll like go to each other's house, like drink, watch the UFC fights, stuff like that.
Yeah. Sports.
Like that's like a perfect hangout for me. But like going out and doing all this clubbing, bar hopping, like doing all that, like that's not it for me.
At the same time, if you're like single Pringle, and that's
no, like even for me, like being single, like
yeah, but there's some
I'm
people
good.
like that. They grew up with it and they're just like, I'm not hating. Go for it. It's just not for me.
Yeah,
like it doesn't. You know what I like? I like board game nights. Believe it or
that's
not,
fun.
it's weird. Well, which is weird because like usually, like I come from a broken family, dude. We weren't playing no fucking board games. Like, and so you would think that because of that, it's like, I don't want to do this.
Even being an only child, for most of my life.
Yeah.
Well, for 11 years, growing up, my siblings were my cousins. So whenever they would come over, we'd play board games. And so when I'm by myself, 85-90% of the time, I'm busting out Monopoly, asking my mom if she wants to play one-on-one.
Yeah.
You know? So,
and the worst part is she's grown. She knows how to manage that income tax. So you're fighting a losing battle.
I'm 11. I land on Boardwalk and I'm throwing all my money on it.
You're just like, buy it. I'll take 12.
Yeah.
The other day, I think I asked you, because you're moving to day shift soon.
Yeah. They actually pushed that back a week.
Yeah.
But yeah.
See, right there is what we're going to talk about. Because I think I asked you, I was like, yeah, have you moved to day yet? And you replied to me with the longest response other than yes or no. Do you remember what it was?
Was I at work?
I don't, maybe. When do you start? At like 4:30?
Yeah, I usually get there right at 4:30.
Maybe. I don't know. But what you said was, so I work from time to time, but I leave at this time so I can get there by this time because I change into my uniform when I get there. LOL. You gave me everything short of your social security number. And I was curious as to why we couldn't just get a yes or no answer about, I think I literally asked you, was like, yeah, I think I said, are you switching to day shift yet? And you sent me this fucking
long,
calendar,
elaborate text.
This calendar of your work schedule. So now I know, and the reason I'm not going to say your work times is so you know, people don't show up in domestic violence in the parking lot or whatever.
If you do, I'll tackle you.
That'd be sick. Actually, show up. Hang on, let me tell you the times. 1 second. I don't know. I thought that was interesting because like there's some people like they give you. I used to tell certain people is like you're not mysterious enough. Like, you're giving me way too much
Yeah.
information.
I don't know. So like for me, I think that's kind of just like, I guess the way I grew up. Like there was no communication in my family. There still is no communication. So for me, I try to communicate as much as I can.
Yeah, you're doing great. Communicate. Yeah.
Did I say it like that?
I don't know.
Okay, I was about to say because sometimes I stutter because I just talk so fast.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, that's me too. Yeah, it's just crazy to me, like the way that some people answer like simple questions. And I think it like comes out of fear. I don't know. I'd assume it comes out of fear of like, what if they misunderstand my answer? Like if I just give them a basic answer, they're gonna think I'm just like basic
maybe.
bitch. It's like, yeah, probably. Like I probably already think you're a basic bitch, but it's fine.
Like for me, if I'm not really wanting to talk to you, I'm gonna give you as little as I can.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Oh.
but that long text means like, hey, I actually care. So like,
let me give you the breakdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. So now I have some future information on how to handle conversations. It's like, oh, he's in a mood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought that was funny. You sent it to me and I wrote it down and I was like, we got to talk about this. Like, why is that like that? But
yeah, I don't know. I'm like, yeah, communication's just been like kind of one of my niches. Like, if I really want to communicate with you, I'm going to communicate with you. So,
got it.
Yeah.
No, that's deep. And yet you still don't think that you and I for 10 years could be just smashing, but that's all right. That's fine. We'll get there.
Not my type.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you're not my type either then.
I'm fine with that. I'm glad.
What about me is not your type? And I know, and don't just say because I have a dick.
I mean, that's
because we're still not sure about that phenomenon.
I mean, that's the number one reason, but
ouch.
I don't know, too buff for me. I got to be the bigger one.
Oh. Are you saying I could lose some pounds?
Yeah, you're a little fat.
Whoa. Get him. Fat shaming piece of shit. No, I'm just kidding. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have. People ask. So that question, like your type, I think that's an interesting.
Yeah, I think that's kind of weird too. Like, I don't really like have a type, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel like I don't. Well, like, and then like when I think about it, it's like, oh fuck, do I have a type? And it's like,
it's funny though because someone will be like they'll be talking about their type, and I'm like, oh yeah, I don't get it, and I'm just like, I just want someone to be respectful of me, respectful of themselves, and whatever your personality is, if we click, then amazing. If not, then like,
And obviously, can't be too buff.
that was just towards you.
No, yeah, got it. Yeah, it's the whole type thing. Like I'll hear people, and maybe it's because it's like subconsciously.
Yeah,
it's like I'm enforcing my type onto their opinion. So it's like when they start telling me their type, I'm like, yeah, that's. It's like, you like that? Like that's interesting. That's not for me.
Kind of try and change their mind.
Yeah, which is a weird concept. It's like it has nothing to do with me. Like it's their type. No, maybe. Hey.
Red flag.
Yeah.
That's an ick.
Oh, shit. See, you're finding them.
There you go.
There we go. You found one. Yeah. Manipulation is a red flag, and that's an ick. Let me just text the ick guy real quick and put it on the list.
I think that's my biggest ick.
The manipulation?
Yeah.
So gaslighting.
I never understood that term.
I think it's like it's like if...
Like I thought I got it, and then I tried to use the term, and then they're like, no, that's not it.
Like you're not doing it right.
Yeah.
You tried to gaslight. You got gaslit into believing you're not gaslighting. Yeah, that's... Wow. Geez. Yeah. Someone really got you. I don't know. I think because maybe no one's ever said like, wow, you like to gaslight a lot. So I assume I've never done it, but I think it's like when you try to convince someone that they did something they didn't, or they feel some way they don't.
Yeah.
So it's like the whole ick thing. Like we sat here for like 10 minutes and I was like trying to get you to talk about icks, and now like subliminally I think you're like slowly coming up with them.
I think it's just because I heard it and I'm like,
now it's in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really understand the whole gaslighting thing, but it's like, I think I told you about it yesterday. See, that's me gaslighting.
I was gonna say you didn't tell me anything yesterday. We barely even texted yesterday.
But if I wanted to, I could sit here and convince you that we talked about it yesterday. And I think that would be gaslighting. Somebody, I don't know. Go ahead. Gaslight the comments.
Correct us. Correct us.
Yeah. Don't come here for information. We don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
No.
We haven't seen each other in a week.
Like a week.
Yeah.
Or two.
Which is too long, you know.
Yeah.
After 10 years of smashing. Gaslighting right there. You see?
No.
It's only been like 6 years. I think we've only known each other for 6 years.
Yeah.
6.
Let me see.
Because I went to that unit in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
And I think ever since and even then, like, we didn't really talk for like the first 2 years.
Yeah, we didn't. I don't think we even like saw each other the first 2 years, really.
No. And well, I'm sure we saw each other, but it was just like that's him. And
for my height and weight.
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
that
yeah,
stuff.
Yeah, so that people could come and try to pay me for that shit. Anyways, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe word that a little differently.
Yeah.
Basically, there's height and weight standards, so you have to get your height measured and you have to get weighed every 6 months, quarter? 6 months, right?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. Some people set their own rules.
Yeah, but like that's what he was doing, was taking people's height and weights during those times, and some people would be overweight
and they try to get me to
slide some cash his way. Yeah.
I never took it, Your Honor. But yeah, I don't know. We've knew of each other, and then it was like I think we were out on a training. Something we were doing some sort of training, and I was like, "Oh, what are you doing for the holidays?" Like, I think I was just sparking conversations. I was like,
so actually, before that, Mendez, I guess you and him talked a little bit, and
maybe
he asked me where I was from. Like, he already knew, but he was like just checking, and I was like, "Oh, I'm from Fresno," and he's like, "Well, that's where Rod's from."
I remember that,
and so that's when we went on that training. That's when I was like, "Hey, where are you from?" And that's how we kind of like started.
We wanted to fact check each other.
Yeah,
it's like because a lot of people will say they're from a place,
Fresno,
and then it's like, but I grew up in Texas.
Yeah,
it's like, fuck you, you're not from Fresno, bro. If you don't know what Hookerville is, then you don't know Fresno.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know the river under Herndon, yeah. Like, yeah, you're not from Fresno if you don't know those things.
Yeah,
but which is actually, it was back then, but like now you can probably look that stuff up and it shows up. Like, you could probably look up Fresno Hookerville and it'll
there's
show you
TikToks that have blown up that are just like only in Fresno. It'll show something.
Yeah, I think they were doing a raid the other day over there. Like,
really?
Another raid, yeah.
Not surprised.
Which they should. They need to shut that shit down.
Yeah.
But I saw, because someone I know works over in that area, and I was like going to have lunch with them.
Mm-hmm.
And I took a detour because I think one of the off ramps was closed on the highway, and so I had to take like a detour through there, or like I could have gone around, or I don't remember how they had it blocked off. But I drove by, and it looked like there was like a van of like tourists, like not like a tourist bus or anything, but it's just like a van, like a regular somebody drive, like a family.
Okay.
And I think like they might have booked that place thinking it's like, cheap hotel, like, because they probably didn't do their due diligence of like looking it up, and they're like, man, cheap hotel, this and that. And when they got there, they obviously learned some things about the place, and I think they called the cops.
Just a visual, you can be driving on the freeway and you see this hotel, it's right next to the freeway, and you'll see females just standing out on the railings.
Anything, it's not just it's like men are out there too now. It's like and it's like it's one of those areas where it's like it's obviously that's where it goes down. And they've been trying to shut it down for a while, and I don't know what the hell is taking so long, but
I guess all that construction over by my side of town is taking priority for the city, I guess.
Yeah.
But
don't get me wrong, sex work it's still work, but the stuff, if there's other stuff on top of that's going on over there, that needs to stop. Yeah. There's like underage stuff, like Yeah, they should all be buried under the prison.
Yes.
Over there. But anyways.
As far down as they can go.
So what's up, dude? How was the rest of your week? Just work?
Yeah, just work.
So that you've been posting some art. There was a dope little art.
Just a couple. One of them was a sketch while I was at work during one of our quiet days, unlike yesterday.
Plug that real quick. Where can they find you for that?
Art.outofstep.
On Instagram.
On Instagram, yeah. So that's gonna be my art page. I just started it, so there's not a whole lot on there. Just one drawing and then the logo.
Yo, if you have not seen the logo, go look at it because it is the best thing that this show has to offer. To be honest,
dude,
this is not it. The logo is it.
Dude, I spent the whole first day off that I had working on that one that we had before.
Yeah.
Before that, I spent like the entire day, and if I wasn't doing that, I was like taking a nap in between. And then towards the end of the night when we were like finishing it, I was like, dude, I don't like it.
Honestly, I was like the more and more you sent it to me with like different edits, I was like, yeah, cool. Like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's whatever.
And then at the end, when you're like, hey, I'm going to scrap this and try something different, I was like, thank God.
Yeah, so because I felt like it was just like there was too much empty space. There was not enough going on, and then I felt like, I don't know, I feel like it wasn't loud enough,
Yeah, anyone who does art, like, you guys will understand.
Yeah.
The first thing you come up with is usually the first 10 things you come up with is like scrapped.
Usually, honestly, I'm like, for me, my best art comes out when I'm like not thinking about it. Like I just let my feelings or my mood take over.
So how did you come up with the new one?
I think like we were just finishing up and then we were talking about what to put in the background. And I remember you said you wanted to put intro in the background or something like that. And I was like, well, why put him in the background? Let's make him the focal point.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, so if we're going to make a dog the focal point, how do we make that relate to a podcast? So I was like, okay, add the headphones, and I was like, how's he going to stand in the circle? Because he can't just like be sitting there. So I was like having a little peek in, and yeah.
And there's a lot of new, because of that, there's a lot of like new material that's going to come from that. And it's going to be funny. It's going to be amazing. But there he goes right now. Yeah, it's a sick logo. If you haven't seen it, go check out the pages. Which I could tell you what they are right now at Twigs Podcast on Instagram and Facebook. That's 2 T's, Twigs Podcast. And on TikTok at That's Twigs. You can find us on TikTok and on YouTube. You can actually type in the little @ symbol on YouTube. And I
didn't know that.
Yeah, it's at Twigs on YouTube also. Or you can just search us.
I'm like a YouTube veteran, like since the year it came out. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a new feature. But when I was making the page, it asked me, it's like, do you want to have an @? And I was like, fuck yeah, I want to have an @. And so I put at 2 T's, at Twigs on YouTube. And then, of course, the audio listeners, you're everywhere. Apple, Spotify.
I prefer Spotify.
Deezer. Yeah, the logo is sick. 3, 2, 1, paperclip.
Paper.
Oh, see, we're getting better. Okay, 3, 2, 1, light switch. I got him.
Did you see the thing about the genetically modified mosquitoes?
I did. One of those Joe Rogan videos came across my TikTok, or maybe you sent me one. But yeah, what is? Yeah. So basically, they were like injecting stuff into them, right?
Yeah. So they're like injecting, because like mosquitoes, they carry the Zika virus and like all these different diseases and viruses.
Yeah.
So they're trying to release mosquitoes genetically injected with stuff to fight that and like basically cancel those viruses out. But
so
and release them into the wild so that way they mate or whatever and get rid of all of it.
So it's like an illegal way of vaccinating people.
Kind of.
Right?
But I mean, it's also like stuff you don't want to get. Like
yeah.
Zika virus and all that stuff.
So like, how are they going to prevent it from happening to people though?
I don't know.
Right.
But like to me, like the thought of genetically modifying nature does not sound
I have seen all of the Jurassic Parks. It doesn't work well.
No. But like, because I mean, usually nature corrects itself, right? Nature does as it needs to. So why mess with that? Like it's gonna, who knows what the repercussions could be.
I'm sure it's like one of those attempts at like trying to make humans immortal or something. Like
Yeah,
build
I
like
don't know.
I don't know. Like I can't pretend because I don't pay attention to science. Like I said, this is not the place for
Yeah,
information.
I don't really either. It was
But
just on my feed, and I was like, check that out.
yeah, it's definitely one of those. Like I'm sure that shit's been happening. Like that with the whole pigeon thing we were talking about it. Like
Dude,
pigeons
they are
aren't real.
not birds.
There was like some sort of CIA document that came out
Yeah.
that like proved they were trying to do like a camera thing with pigeons. And it's like interesting because their main spot to chill would be like on telephone wires and stuff. And it's like the whole charging joke we used to make. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
hey, what if that shit, like, what if wireless charging has been a thing for a while?
yeah. Even if they are not cameras, they're not birds. They're rats with wings. They are disgusting creatures.
Yeah, I really don't see the use of pigeons. I've heard even like because you know how they say New York is like the pigeon like
Yeah.
home. I've even heard like New Yorkers be like, "The hell with all of them."
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know the whole camera thing. I heard panned out to be like partly true.
Well, not surprised.
Yeah,
Not surprised.
I mean, there's a lot of birds that exist, and it's like, why?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dude, you remember in Pendleton? Well, I don't know if you remember, but have you ever seen like the crows out in Pendleton?
Dude, they're massive.
They're massive.
It's like those are definitely genetically engineered with.
So I found out. Well, this is kind of speculation, I guess, but like a lot of people were saying, yeah, they eat the MREs that we leave behind, and because they have so many
Oh.
calories and all that, like they just get yoked.
For those that don't know, MREs are the
Meals
meals ready to
eat.
eat.
Yeah.
You can actually buy them now in stores. You
Really?
can buy at like I don't know if they're like the ones that we would eat,
Yeah,
but there's like a
probably
version
tastes
of
better.
them. Yeah, because you know they say like the military's the guinea pigs, so it's like we
Yeah.
give it to them first and
Yeah.
then we release them. So apparently they actually started releasing them so people can buy them now.
Okay.
But yeah, that would make sense that the birds are. I mean, those things are packed with like calorie, just disgustingness because it's meant to keep us going for like months at a time. So
yeah,
like one of them is supposed to be like a week's worth of rations,
yeah.
I think, or something like I don't know. I don't remember the
yeah, I
math,
don't-
but something like that. But
But like
yeah,
one of them has enough calories for your entire day.
yeah,
Yeah.
and people will sit there and eat 4 of them a day.
Yeah.
And so if crows are doing that, then no wonder their wings barely carry their bodies anymore.
Yeah, no, dude, like not just like fat, but like they get strong too.
That's insane.
Because I saw like no joke when I was out in the field. I think I was in MCT, and we hiked up that mountain, and we got to that little camp, and we had just finished eating, and there was this crow at the dumpster. The dumpster lids were closed, and it literally picked up the dumpster lid, like flying, lifted it open,
Oh,
and went in there and started eating.
That's not a bird. That's a human. Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
I mean, you've seen like raccoons do that.
yeah.
Like the raccoons on base,
They're pretty big
they're
too.
hefty. Yeah. Those, I mean, probably survive off their meat for a few winters. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I remember the barracks that we stayed at, those dumpsters behind it,
Yeah,
like there was
raccoons everywhere.
infested
Dude.
every like summer. I think it was.
So I came back from Fresno one time. I think I just went by myself. I don't think you went with me. And I came back from my car. I'd picked up McDonald's on the way because I hadn't eaten anything. And I don't know what it is, but like I'm not a fry guy. Like I don't eat my fries all the time.
So you just throw them away?
Well, like if they get cold, like I'm not eating them for sure.
Yeah. Once what you said McDonald's?
Yeah.
Yeah. Once those fries get cold, that's
Yeah, they're
it.
disgusting.
It's just sludge.
Yeah, so I was walking back to the barracks and you have to pass the dumpsters, right? And I'm walking with the bag and I think I pulled the fries out to see if they were still warm and they were cold, so I was just carrying them. And a raccoon literally walked up to me and like stopped in front of me and was just looking at me.
Oh.
And so I'm like, I just got the fries and went like this, and he grabbed the whole thing and ran back to the dumpster.
So you just like like the fries. So you didn't tempt him with them. You
No,
just
I
like,
just
pulled them
like,
back slowly.
No, like he was looking at me and I just handed them to him.
Oh,
And
no.
He took them and ran back to the dumpster.
Bro, and that makes me want, are raccoons smart animals?
No,
they are, right?
They're crazy smart.
You ever seen that raccoon that was like, it went viral for a while where it was like
Rocket
knocking
Raccoon?
What?
Rocket Raccoon?
What is
Guardians
that?
of the Galaxy?
No. What about
Bradley
him?
Cooper?
Yeah, what about him?
No, have you seen that raccoon? So
Oh.
I said,
That's going to wrap it up for this episode.
you don't watch your Marvel movies, do you?
I just didn't. I don't know. It was so random. You just threw it in there. But yeah, I get it. Yeah. I mean, yes, that's an intelligent ass raccoon.
Yeah.
Also, tragic backstory. I haven't seen the last one, so don't spoil it.
man.
I haven't watched any of those movies in a while.
Yeah, it's good.
But I heard it made people cry in theaters. Like people were traumatized.
They
went home and hugged their cats.
It made me tear up a little bit. Yeah.
But yeah, raccoons. There was a viral raccoon that went. It like popped off on the internet for a while. I guess he was like knocking on like sliding doors or waving at people or something.
Really?
Yeah, and it was like to get their attention to get food. And then ever since that raccoon like went viral, people were getting raccoons as pets and like thinking
I've seen a lot
okay.
of people having raccoons as pets. Yeah.
I don't know if it's okay, but if they're susceptible to rabies, like I think they are, it's probably not okay.
If I can have a raccoon without rabies, I'd definitely have it as a pet. Dude, they just look like little ninjas. They got the mask on and everything, you know?
Yeah.
They're dope.
I like trash pandas. I'm a fan.
Yes.
Yeah, trash pandas are my favorite. I think I will say though, they're terrifying. Those like as big as they
You
get.
ever seen their teeth?
Yeah, they got like it's almost like human teeth.
Well, in the front, they're kind of like human teeth, but they're I guess canines.
They have canines, right? I think they have canines.
They're huge.
Yeah, they're like real. They look like snakes.
Yeah.
Like they got like fangs that like come out way. Yeah, raccoons are vampires for sure. Yeah, they're sucking the blood out of those trash cans or something. Because, dude, there was one at that same barracks, plump little guy.
Yeah.
And he was big, and he knew it too. Like, he couldn't even climb the trash can. Like, I shit you not, I think like two of his buddies were like hanging down to pick him up. And then just, they flipped him up like it was a Cirque du Soleil show. And he did like a triple flip in the air and landed barrel roll right in there.
The BCP raccoon.
Yeah. Was not in height weight standards.
No.
That one didn't try to give me anything to make him pass though. So we told our That's the Way It Goes story about the domestic violence casino stuff, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Like because that's the way it goes. Like you said that a couple showed up, caused problems. A second couple, completely different, caused problems. And then that first couple showed up again, caused the same problems. That's the way it goes. Mm-hmm. What we want is to hear some of the That's the Way It Goes stories from you guys, because situations just be situating.
Yep.
That's the best way to put it. I don't know, like that really is like, that's the way it goes. So if you have any Twigs moments, tell us about them. Drop them in the comments. Send us DMs. I don't care. And you know what we'll do? Mm-hmm. We'll read your stories on the podcast. That's what we'll do. Because
I think that'd be a pretty cool segment to have.
Yeah. We want to read your stories, and we'll read them on the podcast, and we'll let you know, like, holy shit, that really is the way it goes.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. Again, you can find us on TikTok at That's Twigs, and on Instagram, Facebook, Twigs Podcast, 2 T's, YouTube at Twigs, 2 T's. And for the audio listeners, Spotify, Apple, thank you guys for listening. All the other audio listeners on all the platforms, we really appreciate it. And we will see you next week.
Peace. Yes, sir.